Hey, Steven here from My Retired Life. Today I'm going to finish my gutter project, which means I'm going to install the PVC pipe to bring the water from my gutter to my holding tank here. Let's jump right into it. Okay, last night, I got to do it in the evenings when the sun's not so bright. I set up my laser level and I made this mark, and this is the bottom, where the bottom of my pipe's going to be, where it comes out the gutter over there. Now, I don't want it to go too low. I think it's still high enough that my RV won't hit it, but I'm not sure. So it doesn't matter to me how much of a slope it has, because it's still just rainwater coming off the gutter, and it'll find its way out because that's the only way it can go. So I'm just going to put it a little bit below. I think I'm going to shoot for 3 inches. That's a little bit of a slope. So now I want to know how far I need to make my support coming off of my beam here. So let me get this level. Little, about 35 inches. So I think I'm just going to cut a piece 37, and that should work. So let's go make a pipe support, and then I'll get ready to weld it up here. Let me show you what I got going on here. This is the upright that I measured a while ago. I'm going to weld this to that. Then the pipe will fit on that with this clamp. So what I'm going to do is cut a little slit in here and then weld this together. So let me go do that, and I'll catch you at the welder. Bet you're saying to yourself, that's not a welding table. Well, I know it's not, because I don't have a welding table. So I just make do with what I got. Maybe one day I'll get one of them fancy things. Maybe I'll build one. But right now, this is what I got. So I'm just going to tack this right here. And I'm not looking for perfection. That works. Rookie mistake. I haven't set up my gas bottle. All right, let's try this again now that I got welding gas. Well, that ain't my best. Well, my next step is to weld this on. And I don't have a plan. I just make it up as I go. So, something like that. I think I like that. All right, while James went to fix my power cord and bring me a marker, I put my level here, and this has to come way out. So my new plan is to drop below this flange so it can tip that way, and then I'll just have it come straight up here, and then I'll even get my elevation more like I like it. So let me reclamp this. I got it pretty close, so I'm just going to put a tack here and then adjust the level, and then I think we're good. Like that. I like that. I'm ready to weld. I hate overhead welding. Cut. Ready? All right, I got my string line run from here to over to that first pipe support, and now that'll tell me the elevation for my next two pipe supports. Okay, my string line is run, and it comes right up close to this post, so my next bracket's going to be easy. I'll just weld it straight to this beam right there. So let me clean some of this paint off. Well, that looks good. It's time to weld.
Yes.
Let's go eat. Well, I built a bracket, so I haven't drilled the holes yet because I didn't want to go to the trouble of trying to figure out exactly where that pipe was going to sit. I'll just drill them once I put the pipe on. So right now I have it ready to tack. So let me give it a ground. And give it a tack. Forgot to make sure it was plumb and level. Okay, I like that. I hate overhead welding. You ain't gonna be able to see much of this next one. Don't think I cleaned that paint as good as I could have, but I don't think it's coming off. Now let's put some pipe on. Well, I think I got ahead of myself. I need to paint these pipe supports. So I think I'm just going to take this pipe, put it up on the roof, and then that way I don't have to bring it back down. Got some paint on the pipe supports and where I needed around where I cut this hole, but ran out of paint. So we have to fix that later. While I was preparing this pipe to hook on to my 90, I realized I ran my string line wrong. I put it over the top of this and down to there instead of from the bottom down to there. So now my pipe elevation is wrong. So it's really no big deal. It's not like I'm trying to catch every drop of water out of here. It'll get to that tank. But there's a chance I might cut that first pipe support off and lower it and just go with that. But right now I'm going to hook this pipe here. And I'm not going to use any glue because I might want to just take all this apart, and if it leaks, who cares? It's just a drain pipe. Whoops. Oh. My glue didn't hold. All right, I put it back up in that hole. I think we're good now. All right, next piece is try to put this 90 on without tearing the rest of it up. I think that works. See if I can slide this down without it falling off down there. All right, probably gonna have to hit from the other end, but I got it started. All right, when I take my pipe and I put it in this tank, I have to be able to work over that tank. And I had no way of getting up on top of the tank and working comfortably. So I moved these two scaffolds in position, and I'm going to use this rack to go from one scaffold to the other. But right now it's too high. So we're going to move it off this scaffold and put it on this rung right here. And then slide it right on over, and then on a set of boards over there on the same rung. And then I'll be closer to the top of that tank, and then I'll be able to cut my hole in the tank and put my pipe up against the wall and work safely. Let's do it. That went pretty good. Now I'm going to go make some scaffold boards to go across here. I'll be right back. All right, I'm up here on my makeshift scaffold, and my plan is to have a piece of pipe like this. Of course, this is way too short. I'll drill a hole into the tank, and then this will go in, and I'll put a piece of coupling here to hold it from going through. Now, what I need to find is where I'm hoping that that this is close to a 22, and then it'll come all the way out, and then my 22 will be up against the wall, and then I'll go 90 from there, and then plumb from there, and then 90 over to my gutter. So, had a brainstorm here a second ago. I can just put a level here and figure out, see the level moves. So right there is 22. So this is where I want my hole. Make sense? Does to me. Let's mark it and drill. Got it marked the best I can. Got my drill. I'm going to put a hole in it. If it's not in the right place, that's where it's going to be. Let's see if I can find my mark. All right, let's go for it. I put my coupling and my little stub on. Now that'll go in the hole, and that'll sit right there. Set this on and see. Man, that's close enough. I think I cut this pipe the right distance by mistake. So, next we'll have one of these go on here. But I want to make me a bracket. Behind these screws here is my purlin to my building, and that'll be better to screw into than just my tin. So I need to make a bracket so I can put a clamp on right here, and then I'll figure out how high to cut this and put my 90 and run my pipe. Well, my plan was to mark it and cut it, but I don't know if I want to cut it in place because I don't really have a good tool for doing it. I got a Sawzall. Maybe I'll do that because I don't feel like taking this down once I pound this in. All right, we're gonna go with that. Let me figure out where I need to cut both of these. We'll cut them, and I think this will be almost done. Couldn't wait to put this up before I did my bracket. I just wanted to see how it looked. Make my bracket later. Everything fit great. I didn't get it on camera, but man, I like it. All I got to do is make me a brace. I don't know when I'll get to that because this video is probably running long, and put some clamps on to hold it on my pipe supports. And I think that's going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again next time on My Retired Life. I need gloves. Cut. Cut.